Hey everybody, welcome back to No Budget DIY. It's time to get working on part 4 of the Dimebag Darrell guitar kit, the Great Southern Trendkillers Replica. And just as a reminder, here's a picture of what it is we're actually going to be looking at doing. Okay. So again, thanks everybody for stopping by. I have got my Max XT sander here. It's a 6-inch sander. I've got it loaded right now with some 320 grit sandpaper. I've got it connected up. This is not a battery. This is a regular plug in the wall, but it also has a dust extraction hose on it, which I've got connected up to my HEPA dust collector over here. So I'm going to go ahead and now get to see what this grain filler sounds like. I'm going to turn on the dust collection, so it's going to be loud, so I'll quiet that down while I'm actually sanding the body. Okay, let's get to doing this and see what it does. Again, this is my Max XT. You actually have to power it on and then you can adjust the speeds on it. It's got a plus and a minus here to adjust the speed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move this hose to the side here and get started on this. Okay, on the initial sand here, oh man, I feel absolutely no grain. It is beautiful. Show a little bit about this here. Again, it is just like really came out smooth. You can see the grain, but you feel nothing. So I'm pleased with that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and do the back. Wow, that really looks good. I mean, it really looks good. I don't think I'm going to have to grain fill this again at all. No, I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and I don't know if you can see the difference in the way this looks before I sand it. It really looks rough. My disc is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my dust collector on again, and I will go ahead and come back to you after I finish sanding the back here. And that actually looks pretty good as well. I will see if I could sand the sides with this as well. I may wind up just doing these by hand, but I'll give it a shot and come back to you. Okay, that worked really well too. I do need to go over the edges, the corners of everything with some sandpaper by hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll speed that up. This is not going to require a second coat of grain filler. This worked really, really, really good. What I will be doing is spraying some sanding sealer on it after I finish getting the first part of this done. I'm now just going to take one of my 320 discs here and go over the corners. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this hand sanding. It's actually starting to generate a little bit more dust than the machine sanding was doing. The rounding over looks pretty good on this. The back came out much better. It looks pretty good. Again, I need to really sand these sides down because I can see there's some lows here that the grain filler is still shiny on. So again, I want to make sure I get the sides as square as I can. And also, again, the grain filler did really awesome. Though I can see the grain, a couple little bad spots in it, nicks or whatever, but other than that, it's very smooth. It looks good. All right, I'll come back to you after I get my respirator and get my gloves on before I finish this hand sanding, and we'll see how things go. All righty. Again, this is No Budget DIY. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. Share the video. And this is part 4 of the Dimebag Darrell guitar kit. All right, I'll see you back here in just a minute. Hey, okay, so I did do a rough sand around all the edges by hand. Again, there's still some low spots in the corners, still need a little work. However, I think I need to get the neck set into the body so I can go ahead and get that glued in, and then I can work on getting this thing painted red after I once again sand all the grain filler out and make sure I grain fill the neck and the head stock as well. Okay, I did do a test fit here and basically aligned my ruler on both sides to make sure that there was no slop from side to side, so it'll line up with the Floyd rose. And as long as I keep the neck firmly against the body where it's set all the way in, it's dead on, right on the money. And the height seems like it will be really good for the Floyd rose. I do notice that the fretboard is got a back arc on it, so it's a little bit wobbly. But again, that's okay because we still have to redress all the frets and we still have to level it and everything. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead now and pull out the neck. I do have my 2 clamps, and these clamps are nice because they already have plastic on the clamp itself, so that they're not metal to metal and it's actually plastic. So it's good for when I go ahead and glue this in. So I've got my Type Bond 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and and wearing my gloves this time as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull the neck out, and I'm going to go ahead and get some glue on the pocket here. And I did notice that there is a little bit of side to side slop if you don't have the neck again all the way in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this glue smeared in here. I will use my little spreader here to spread it around a little bit better than my finger, and just make sure it's all in there and making sure I make a good mess here, which I'm doing. And I'll put some on the sides here as well. Okay, so I'm gonna get a paper towel here and wipe up this excess. And I'll also be prepared for any squeeze out. So I'm going to go ahead and place the neck in now. And then I'm going to get the clamps on it. And again, as long as I get this all the way in, it is lined up really well. I see a little squeeze out already here. So let me get my clamps on here. And before I tighten it too much, once again, I want to make sure I get the neck really solid in there, and also leave myself a little room for the other clamp here to set in there. Okay, that's looking okay. Let me get this one here in there as well. And then once again, once I get these somewhat snugged down, I'm going to make sure that the neck is all the way in, and it is. And then I will clamp these guys down. And I'm getting good squeeze out along the back, so it's got some pretty decent pressure on it. And I will get one more clamp here. And again, it also has plastic on it. And let me see if I can get this right in here, which it looks good. And I will clamp that down as well. And now I'm getting a good amount of squeeze out now, so let me check both sides here. Okay, so let me go ahead and tighten this up the rest of the way. And again, this should be good for getting that neck mounted in the body. All right, so once this dries, it'll probably be tomorrow morning before I come back at this. We'll then go ahead and work on grain filling the neck, both the headstock, the back side of the neck, and then finish sanding all of the cavities, the Floyd Rose cavity, the humbucker pickups. They do have some grain filler in there, and to make sure that all the grain filler on the corners is done, and then get a mask up the fretboard, and then get a layer of sanding sealer on here. And then once the sanding sealer's on here, then I will put a few coats of clear lacquer on it and just sand it back so I can see whether I've got any more lows or any highs that are still in the body. Again, I want this to really shine and really look pretty and really look flat. So we'll work on getting that, and again, I'll bring you back in the morning when we can go ahead and break these clamps off of here and start grain filling the neck. Okay, we'll see you back here in just a few. Okay, got my plastic down again. I'm going to go ahead and start with the front of the headstock here. So let me go ahead and open up my grain filler again, and I'll go ahead and just put some on here that I can go ahead and smear in. Again, I am not really worried if it gets in the holes for the tuners, because I'm going to go ahead and sand all this anyway, and this headstock gets painted. So again, I just want to make sure I get the grain filled up, so that way it will be as smooth of a finish as I could possibly get. I do have the decals for the Washburn and for the barbed wire for the Washburn at the top here that also says, I think it says Dimebag on it as well. Okay, so I got a good amount of grain filler on the front of the headstock, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a little on the sides anyway of the headstock. Then I'll turn this over and I'll fill the other side. And give me 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and grab my gloves. Okay, I'm back with you. Got my gloves on now. We're going to go ahead and turn over the body now and apply some grain filler to the neck, both the back and the front here. And as this is a round surface, I'm going to probably have to use my hands a bit to fill this grain. So first thing, I'll go ahead and get rid of that very hard deposit. I'll get a little more again on here. And now let me just take my spreader and I will start spreading this on the headstock. So again, I have a liberal amount of the grain filler on the neck here, and it's time to let this set up, and before we can do our final grain filling sanding here. And again, we'll do that once this is dry. This is going to be the end of this video though, part 4, and look for part 5 coming. Part 5 will finish sanding the body, and like I say, get some sanding silver on it, maybe some couple of coats of clear, and then we'll apply the red paint to both the back of the neck, the top of the headstock, and the body. And it's so far it's coming out pretty cool. Again, this is the Great Southern Trendkillers Replica, and I can't be more pleased with how this is turning out. Anyway, so we'll let that neck set up, the grain filler, and we'll come back and start sanding it in part 5. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is No Budget DIY. We're having a blast doing this Dimebag Darrell kit. Again, this was an eBay kit that we're turning into the Great Southern Trendkillers replica of Dimebag Darrells. All right, I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching us build this kit. Alrighty, we'll see you on the next one.